4-point lead for Boston. Cheeks broken up by Archibald. And look at the hustle. I believe Archibald touched it last. Look at Bird. Holy cow. Boy, I'll tell you, that doesn't epitomize this basketball team.
There's Larry trying to make a desperation save. He went as fast as he could, slides into the table. You can see some of the probably Boston writers trying to protect him. There he goes again.
Do you believe that play?
Yeah, well, I believe it. He's a young man, has a great deal of enthusiasm for this game. He loves to play, and it just shows you on that play there the type of attitude he has. He'll do anything he can to try and help win the game.
The Eastern Conference Final is an inevitable rematch. The Celtics just edged out the Sixers for the Atlantic Division title, and these two teams have a history of no-holds-barred postseason play. This series will be no different. The Sixers shocked the Celtics with an opening game win at Boston. The Celtics even the series, but the Sixers return home in high gear. Larry Bird can't get on track, and the Sixers win Game 3 handily. Game 4 is a virtual must-win situation. The Celtics build a 19-point lead. But Bobby Jones and Dr. J combine for 38 points as the Sixers come roaring back. With 7 seconds remaining, the Celtics have a chance to win, but Tiny Archibald elects not to use a final timeout. Bobby Jones plays free safety, and the Sixers preserve a tight victory. It is the Celtics' 11th straight loss in the Spectrum, and only one game from elimination. Many fans wondered about Boston's ability to come back and about Archibald's decision.
Welcome you to the 76ers and the Celtics in Game 5 of our Eastern Conference Finals on CBS. Boston Garden, and they're going crazy, and they hope they see a 7th game on Sunday. And only 3 teams in the history of the NBA have come back from a 3-1 deficit to win a best-of-7 series in 35 years. The Celtics did it in 1968 against these 76ers. Last year, Boston edged Philadelphia in the regular season and then were blown out in 5 games in the Eastern Finals. And this year, once again, they're trailing 3-1. Dr. J puts up a tough shot, double team on Ford. Bird puts up the shot and hits from Dr. J. He scored a couple of hoops early, and Bird comes out and a backcourt foul. Is that too far out for him?
It's too long for Dawkins.
Bird leading Maxwell, and Maxwell. Hollins pulls up. Bird with a rebound and a loose ball foul called against Caldwell Jones going over the top. Larry Bird, who's been rebounding tremendously if his scoring has fallen off the last 2 games.
He does a great job not only rebounding the ball, but he boxes out Caldwell Jones and keeps him off the boards.
Jones going at it. Parrish right of the key going up into short. Bird with the rebound. What position he's getting, and now they say no basket. Bird beats him to the baseline. Parrish looked a little unsure of him too. Bird overplays, and a foul called, loose ball. But that's what he's in there for. Larry Bird ends up on the floor. No foul call. Richardson playing a strong game, feeding Dr. J, and Clint Richardson is making up for the absence of Mo Cheeks in superb fashion as Irving gives 5 to Clint. 5-point Philadelphia lead and a very quiet Boston Garden. They gave their Celtics a 2-minute standing ovation before they were introduced. Bird, after Irving overplays, misses the shot. Larry gets his own rebound, finds Roby, short upper. They miss. The Celtics can't get the ball in the basket. Finally, Bird has to do it.
That's a great effort by Larry Bird.
5 remaining. Bird going to the basket. Layup goes. But that is the end of the first half, and the crowd is not pleased at all with the result as they are booing the 10-point lead for the Philadelphia 76ers. And the outlet pass. Maxwell, the Bird, and maybe this Hollins, baseline. He's hot. Lionel Hollins.
You can see Philadelphia right now. Boston made the run at him. Philadelphia's come right back. They really look confident on the floor right now, Philadelphia.
We saw Gerald Henderson come in the game early, but we have not seen him in a while. And McHale, they go with their starters as Larry Bird on a turnaround hits the jump shot. Larry going to work offensively. One-hander baseline. Tiny runs Tony into a pick, and Bird on the left. Andrew Tony shot no good. Bird the rebound.
He wants to go back and play in Philadelphia on Friday night.
It rolls on. Tony. This is another one. Under 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Larry Bird in and out. McHale, though, with the offensive rebound. He misses. Bird. He's got it. When do you put Tiny back in? Maxwell comes in again. Here's Bird. And a foul.
Going to basket.
Three-point game. Chris Ford and Archibald. Tony goes out. As Kevin pointed out, Caldwell Jones in there. Going to the hoop. Bird. He could not be denied. Larry Bird. Intercepted. It's over. The Boston Celtics, who are down by 6 points with 1:28 to go. And Bill Fitch is a winner tonight. And Larry Bird is being pounded.
Larry Bird's the MVP of the game. What do you think, Dick?
I'd have to go with him. No question about it. I'd have to go with it. 111 to 109. If Philly had won, I would have liked Lionel Hollins, but Bird came back in the final crucial moments and did it when he had to do it.
He was terrific.
Tonight from the Spectrum, game number 6 of this incredible series between two longtime powers. From playing more than 10 minutes of the game as Doc misses and Bird gets the rebound. Julius Erving in and out. And I suspect we may be seeing the Doc go more offense tonight, Kevin.
I think he will. He looks like he's ready.
So is Bird.
Bird's always ready.
Shot by Caldwell Jones. Bird fights for the offensive rebound. And in the lane, Tony, Andrew Tony. Misses Bird. Roby misses. Ford misses the tip. Bird crowded in. Bird got a hand on it. Erving goes up quickly. Bird the rebound. He is an Iron Man. He has played, averaged well over 40 minutes a game. Tiny shot clock goes up. Tony goes up and gets the points. Doesn't matter what the Sixers do or who doesn't. Look at that lead. Bird inside Maxwell. That's in Dawkins' mix. Bird to Reed Jones will fire baseline. Bird, here comes the basket. Darryl Dawkins. He has burned the Celtics with some key jumpers last Sunday. And right now, a 57-42 lead. 8 straight points run off by Philadelphia. Archibald flips it up. Bird goes up. The basket counts and a foul. Larry Bird, with a chance for a three-point play, now has 9 points.
Larry Bird stays in the ball game even though he's not shooting well outside. He stays around the offensive board. He gets double figures every game on the board. There's sheer hustle.
Down by 12. They need a rally. Bird with a turnaround in the lane. No good. Maxwell and Dawkins going at it, and now Maxwell goes into a crowd and goes after a fan. Maxwell goes after a fan, and there's Bedlam in the stands here, and Bill Fitch is over there. Dawkins and Bill Fitch and Ford and Maxwell, and someone said something to Maxwell, and he went in with a vengeance. Celtics dot was 5 points in that second quarter. Bird trying to find the mark, and they're going at each other a little bit verbally under the basket. Larry Bird gets inside. What a steal. Ford tipped it to Bird. Lead pass. Gerald Henderson. And goaltending in this game. This is the closest they've been since 17-13. And now Dawkins and Parrish. Dawkins said, don't mess with me, and Madden has to break them up. You can just feel the intensity and electricity of the import of this game. Crunch time is only beginning, my friends, as Larry Bird, Richardson the rebound, and Bird comes down with it. Watch Maxwell, Tony to meet him, and Maxwell, the shot clock for Philadelphia, in the mix. No foul, block shot by Bird. 3 minutes gone, final quarter. Tiny tries to drive. Bird, rebound, basket good, and a foul. And everyone is on the floor. More people on the floor than standing up. And Andrew Tony leaning over to watch.
You can't be more aggressive in basketball. Everybody's on the floor. 5 or 6 guys go to the floor. It's hustle on Bird's part to keep the ball alive. Shows you what great hands he has and quickness under the basket. Everybody's on it. It's great basketball. You can't beat this thing.
Hale, Bird, Maxwell, ML Carr, and Archibald. Looping shot by 83 in a game they must win. Or Boston will force a 7th game. And look at that defense by Bird. Tiny coming out, under 3 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Bird going to Parrish low, loops it in, basket good, and a foul. And a clutch jump shot. And now the Celtics with a 1-point lead as Tiny brings it up with 1:20 now remaining in the 4th quarter. Celtics not had any kind of breathing room in this game. Bird out to Tiny with 8 seconds on the shot clock. Bobby Jones is on him on a defensive switch. Hollins on Bird. Larry Bird shot. Drops for him. Look at that shot. Caldwell Jones, and that'll do it. The game is over. Boston has won. Only 3 teams have come back from a 3-1 deficit to force a 7th and win a 7th game. And the Celtics are elated because they have come from behind.
And Chris Ford, this is from the corner. Larry Bird, the rebound. Cheeks driving baseline, blocked by Bird. Tiny all alone for the moment. Boston relentless on the offensive board. Irving. Owens pulls up. Bird. Parrish doing to Dawkins what he did to him, but misses. But Larry Bird, another offensive rebound with their starting 5. 4:10 remaining in the first quarter. Rick Roby, the substitute for Boston, into Larry Bird. Short baseless. ML Carr in low to Bird. Bird. Blazers running. Irving on the left. Here's the dock against Bird. Bird made a tremendous block. Going at each other on the other end of the floor. Maxwell inside. Bobby hitting outside and no good. Bird the rebound. That elusive title win out. We'll find out soon. Irving intercepted by Bird. That's greatness. Tiny Archibald. Watch out for Caldwell against Tiny. 8 seconds. Feeds Irving. And look at Doc rolls it out to Hollins with 1 second on the clock. He got it off in time. Boston, Bird saves it. Celtics can take the lead under 2 minutes to play. And it's come to this. Irving setting up for something. Fakes. Low into Dawkins. Double team. Dawkins goes in. Misses. Here comes Bird out of the pack. 1:05 to go. Larry Bird pulls up. And the Celtics lead.
It's the outside shot. You have to hit the outside shot under these conditions. Philly keeps trying to go in deep. They're turning the ball over. Bird comes down the floor. Right here, pulls up, not an easy shot, banks it off the side for a basket.
Here it is. It's over. The Boston Celtics have won it, and they go crazy at Boston Garden. And Larry Bird is right in the middle. He's the eye of the hurricane, known as the Boston Celtics, who spotted the Philadelphia 76ers 3 games to 1. And the Sixers do to the Philadelphia club, or the Celtics do to Philly what they did in '68, Kevin. You got to give them credit for taking it game at a time, one at a time, and they managed to beat an excellent club, Philadelphia.
Tremendous emotion, a great series with great players. You couldn't possibly ask more from basketball. Now Houston's waiting for Boston. That also would be a great series.
Trying to keep Larry Bird from getting the ball, but
Bird has it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Parrish on the move. Rebound. Billy Paultz has it, and they have a chance now to cut it to 1. 96-93.
Good defense by the Rockets. They're showing a lot of poise out here, playing a good ball game.
You see the time remaining. That's Henderson. That's goaltending. Henderson's hit 2 baskets now, and Bill Russell said he's a pressure player. May have hurt his back a little bit.
just a little.
1-point game.
In favor with 39 seconds to go and counting down, 16 on the clock. They can get it down inside of 24 seconds if they score, and they really can have the game in their grasp.
Larry Bird trying to shake Willoughby. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Parrish with 5. Larry Bird with a rebound. Oh, is it physical? Bird again.
That was the key play of the game right there. If you're going to have a key play right there, they got too many times. They let Boston get the offensive boards. That 3 times, and they took a whole minute.
Exactly.
It's Game 6 of the NBA World Championship Finals as a 9th straight sellout here in the Summit. The Houston Rockets playing host to the Boston Celtics. Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Bender. The Celtics, with a win tonight, could clinch their 14th title in the last 25 years. But the Cinderella team this year has been the Houston Rockets. And thus far, throughout the playoffs, they have never lost 2 games back-to-back. Robert Parrish again, and Parrish has the rebound by Bird. Archibald looking like he wants to shoot the ball. He has been shooting all that much. Bird is there. As Rick Barry will analyze the first few games. Nice pass intended for Reed, but Bird was there. He anticipated. Archibald, Kale looking to Larry Bird. You can hardly hear. It's so loud here. An enthusiastic crowd with 3 minutes in this first half, and Bird hit a tough shot.
Do or die, wind facing him.
Bird in trouble, was able to get it out to Chris. Again, the crowd picking up the intensity here. The noise level. Larry Bird, that basket will count, and he's fouled. Free throw percentage, so you don't expect him to miss very many. Backing up on Reed, off balance shot, but he hit it anyway. And Bird now starting to zero in, and that's got to concern this man. Garrett with his first personal foul. Larry Bird, and he's going to hit those pressure shots now. 88-83, 4 minutes left as you see it. 22 points for Bird. His highest output in this championship series. He reaches in on Garrett. They'll be able to bring it back across, but they only have 9 seconds on the shot clock. Henderson charging on Tom Henderson.
Larry Bird is the man that drew the foul. He saw the play coming. He knocked the ball loose, and then he comes back to draw the foul. You see him there moving his leg a little bit. Here comes the play. There he's standing. Well, he drug his left leg a little bit, but he had the good body position, and that was just to keep his balance, it looked like. But it doesn't matter because the official called it a charge.
That's a first foul on Henderson. Del Harris, you can see him in the background there yelling to his team with 3:37 left. Larry Bird again. Oh, as he hits some pressure-packed shots.
Well, that's why the man, I think, is a great player, because he's not afraid to do that. Even though he hasn't been shooting the ball that great in this series, he came back to hit 2 big shots for the Celtics.
To Garrett. Calvin Garrett. Dead center. 92-89. Garrett with 8 points. All of them in this 4th period. 92-89. 1:47. You see the time. Archibald. Henderson on him. Tiny will come back out and reset. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Larry Bird wants a 3-pointer. A 3-point shot by Larry Bird. He's hit 3 of them down the stretch.
And that hurts. You know, you're trying to keep him from getting a shot, and they make a 3-pointer.
I don't know if you can have any more ice water in your veins than he's shown in this game. 3-point play by Larry Bird.
Bird with the shot. Now watch his reaction afterwards. I think he wanted that one.
And the world champion, the Boston Celtics. And so, the Celtics with their 14th flag, we will be presenting the trophy, joining the